All right, we had a little bit of a webinar disaster there. Liz inadvertently ended the webinar when she was getting on the airplane. I was actually trying to tell her not to do it. I got a flash premonition that it was going to happen. So we presumably got everybody signing back up through the same webinar link. We've had about half the audience rejoin us, but I'm going to go ahead and mail out to the list and let them know. Devin, are you there? Are you back on?
Yes, sir, I'm here. Robert is here as well, I believe, and Justin is reconnecting now.
All right, great. So hopefully we can get everybody back in action. Okay, what I'm going to do, Devin, let me turn the presenter thing over to you, and I'm going to mail the list to get, just to notify people to jump back on the webinar, because we actually are about to be joined by an exciting special guest. So it's all the more reason. So Devin, can you a little bit improv while I mail the list to just let everybody know to jump back on?
Yeah, I mean, I can come up with something.
All right, sounds great.
So I kind of want to touch on.
Yeah, let me make Devin an organizer, or the presenter. Sorry, presenter. And I'm going to mute, and I'm just going to mail that. I'll be back in.
Maybe a little bit more on AliExpress, Devin, on the dropshipping.
Yeah, man. Would you like to go into it?
Oh, I thought you would.
Oh, you're a lot more experienced in it than I am. I thought.
Okay. Yeah, we ready? Cool. So dropshipping. Liz was talking about AliExpress, using AliExpress and buying products in ones, fives, dozens, 25, 50, or whatever. What we actually do and what we teach in the training is that you can actually do it one by one. So you never have to actually bring anything into Amazon or any other fulfillment house. You could actually take your customer information. Once they buy a product from you on Shopify, you take that same information and go over and buy that product from AliExpress and have it sent directly to your customer, and just put in a note not to insert a receipt. And it's as simple as that. And you do have to, at a point, probably hire somebody to do it, and there is a point where it does get out of hand and you will have to use fulfillment or some other method, but it's great to get started. It's great to make a few $100 extra a day, or even you can make a couple $1,000s and it not becoming overwhelming. So the fulfillment part is the bigger end. It's the end goal for really scaling, but it's really simple to just get started shipping one by one from AliExpress.
Yeah, and to anybody who's questioning, the scalability, or you don't want to start out with a lot of products, because the huge issue a lot of people have with starting their own stores is a few things. Number one, they don't want to deal with all the stock at their house. They don't want to deal with paid advertising and all that stuff like that. So what we did was we basically came up with a scalable system. It's very, very streamlined. And what or at least what I recommend doing, is just starting out really small. Like I said, with those two products, I'm a total believer in starting out small and then scaling out once you get the hang of it, because once you're doing well, it becomes so much easier to scale, and you have the hang of it. If you scale right away, then it's going to be a hassle, because you're going to run into all these things you didn't expect because you jumped right into this huge thing. So what I like to do, is we spend $5 a day on ads. We make about, from the certain store that I'm giving an example of, it's actually $10 a day on ads, because we spend $5 on each product. And that store makes $200 a day, and we just ship everything from home. It's really, really simple. My project manager, who is also my girlfriend, does it. She's here right now. It's just a store in our Boston Terriers. It's just a fun little side project, and it's actually very profitable in the sense that it's about a 70% profit margin. So it's really, really easy to do. You don't have to do these huge, overwhelming things of shipping. Ordering 1,000 products at once, or doing all that. We just order them in bulks of 48. And we run out of stock, and it's a little stressful sometimes because we have to ship all these things, but it's not hard at all. So it's definitely not something to worry about when it comes to that. Cool. And I did want to touch on something, but I can't remember what it was. One of the questions. And then we got distracted.
I could talk a little bit more on the Amazon part, because we're actually selling on Amazon as well. We're doing roughly 6 figures, a little over 6 figures on Amazon as well, and it's a product that we initially started selling on Shopify. And we white labeled that product, made it a little bit better than what it was in its generic version, and what its what our competitors are on Amazon. Ours is better, and we ranked that thing really quickly. And we've since added several other products, and now we're doing, like I said, over 6 figures on Amazon. Part of our business, or the majority of our Amazon business, is FBA. We have product. Matter of fact, we're sending in pallets every week into Amazon, I believe, getting the product fulfilled. However, you could also sell products on Shopify and have them directly fulfilled on Amazon without ever doing anything. You could actually set your store up to where when an order comes in on your Shopify store, it'll be automatically fulfilled on Amazon, and the transaction made and everything done without you ever touching anything. You're just sleeping because you set it up previously that way. So Shopify is really easy, and it's very handy in that way. Or they were talking about making a comparison with Shopify to WordPress, and that's one of the ways where Shopify is just so much more valuable than WordPress, where everything's just put in there and just it's made very intuitive and easy to use. So yeah, the Amazon and Shopify connection, they're not competing stores, not which one should we sell on Amazon or Shopify. It's let's sell on both. Let's make money where we can make money.
Yeah, and that just really goes back to the old saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Even if you're doing well on the other, it's not going to hurt you at all to have it on both. All it can do is help you in reality. Cool. Can you remember any of the other questions? I can't.
Yeah, and I'm just getting an email up and out just to let people know, because I know folks are really excited, and probably a fair number of people got confused by
the sudden disrupt.
All right, let's get this up and out.
Oh man, I can't even tell you how many times I almost did that yesterday.
Yeah, and it's definitely one of the worst things about GoToWebinar. Okay, so let's get a sense for things here. I'm just gonna what's this? Sorry about that, guys.
Man, it's 100% okay. It happens. GoToWebinar is not perfect. We all know this.
Yeah, for sure.
I think everyone in the world is always a little upset with GoToWebinar, at least once in their life.
Yeah, well, we will see how this one goes. That's really strange. The way I'm mailing this is just, hopefully this works. Strange. All right, well, anyways, it just goes out as a little bit of a strange message. My apologies to everybody, but I want to get this up and out in fairness to everybody. Okay. All right, I've got that up and out. All right, guys. So let's get down to brass tacks here. You've got a course. What in essence I would price in the probably $1997. Maybe if you're being really generous, $997. It's not going to cost anywhere near that. But what these guys have is something of real exceptional value, and you're going to be getting this the opportunity to jump in on this system here shortly. What I want to do is kind of up the ante here a little bit, because I brought on a again, we've been working really, really hard behind the scenes. Me and Liz were really thinking hard on how whenever we do something, we really want it to be win-win-win, and we wanted to really, really up the ante where everybody wins a little bit more for jumping on the webinar, and also people who wind up joining forces with the guys here, with Devin and Justin and Robert, all really have the best advantage, the best bonus. So what we did was we actually tracked down Bad Brad Mabry, and we brought him on. I believe he's on right now. Brad, are you there?
Hey, what's up, Mike, and everyone else?
Hey, Brad. Yeah, this is going to be exciting. Now, essentially, as folks know, we let you know that we're going to give you the opportunity to jump on board. There's a 48-hour window here that we have, actually a little bit less at this point, for folks to jump in with Devin, Justin, and Robert. And we went up the ante, and so I got on the phone with Brad, And Brad has a really exceptionally valuable. He has a $3,000 course that he's come out with, a program that people really like, and it's on some pretty advanced Ninja SEO stuff. Brad's worked really, really hard behind the scenes. He's just constantly running tests. And he's quit his day job quite a while back, and just making a ton of money. And he's just constantly SEO testing. And one of Brad's big passions, as people probably know, is e-commerce. And he even wrote up the e-commerce SEO section that's right there in your OMG project breakthrough area, for example. So he's really credible, really powerful. And I really wanted Brad to break off a healthy chunk of this incredible $3,000 program that he has. Particularly, there was a module that I kind of had my eyes on. I was really, really hoping he would cut loose on. And so I called Brad up, and I'm not going to say the dollar figure, but I offered him a lot of money, basically, and like a substantial amount. And I'll tell you this about Brad. He's a great guy. I genuinely think, I'll say this now. I didn't say this at the time. I genuinely don't think I needed to pay him. I think he would have done it just out of generosity, because he has such a big heart and he cares so much. But I also didn't want to run the risk. I really wanted to. We really wanted to get this for you. We wanted to get this bonus in your hands because it's white hot, and it is absolutely, positively, easily going to be worth the cost of admission. That's how important this event is to us, because you're doing, Brad, with e-commerce stores, almost a different kind of underground SEO, and that's what you're going to be talking about in your bonus.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Mike. Honestly, I wanted to develop a system that if you did use PBNs, it was in a very limited quantity. So what I do is, because Google is evolving semantically, and they want to rank real people, real businesses, real whatever. They want to rank real people. They don't want to rank someone that's just a fly-by-night guy. So I kind of sat down and really thought, how the heck do we make ourselves look real? Even if we are real, we may not look it in Google's eyes, right? So I say, build out an entity, and that is really at the core of my course. It's what I consider the most important part. Once you get that down, you can rank with just these entities a lot of times. Who has a hold of the screen right now? Is that you, Mike?
Yeah, I can just pass it over to you right now. So I'm going to make you the presenter.
Yeah, if you want to. Let me know when you guys can see me. Okay. Yeah, see the button now.
Standing by.
So, yeah, this is just like strictly in line with e-commerce, which fits in perfect with Devin's stuff. Which, by the way, I'm going to probably hop on. I leave for Nashville tomorrow, but I'll try and get it in tonight. But because not diverting from the fact too much, but how I created my first e-commerce store? I was selling on eBay. I actually ended up taking HTML courses at the local community college online. So I spent hours upon hours upon hours learning how to hand build an HTML store. If I'd had this, I could have had it done in 20, 30 minutes maybe with a learning curve an hour. So yeah, it's just I wish I'd known about Shopify at the time, or wish it had been out. I don't know if it was or not. So yeah, let me show you what the system does, and then I'll kind of explain it. Let's see. And this is one, if I could spell, not Goofle. This is one I just did as a test for the course. This is the backbone and what I kind of show everyone how to do with. Throughout the course, it's like an OTS type thing. So if I type in $350Z header review, so I'm going after a buyer's keyword here. So 350Z, it's kind of like the little brother to what you used to have, the GTR, a heavily modified car. So people that have these love them. A header is a part that goes on the engine, like you see over here,
Yep.
and then review. You know, these guys eat up reviews. You've been on forums, you've been on whatever. You know, this is how I got started. I actually sold a header for a different car, and when I joined OMG, I just ranked my HTML site for terms like this. But yeah, it's a lot more refined now. So let's see if we can see it. So you see this video here? That one's mine, with an alternative entity that I created, Justin Park, and then this Weebly is mine too. And you know, this is probably, I joke, but I really did this. I did all of this while my son was taking a nap on a Saturday, and then just let it kind of rise up from there. And then you go here, number 1 on the second page, that's mine. So it's like with this system, the backlinks are ranking. So I really didn't want to give this out, but you know, it is what it is. This is my map. You can see everything coming up through the search engines just because I built out this entity. I'm bringing
That's
up
great.
You know, about.me, that's mine. Yeah, just showing everyone that it works. But basically what I do is I tie everything together. I take all my social accounts. You might have some social accounts already created. Let me bring up the chat box and ask, give me a hot dog in the chat box if everyone's already creating like social properties like Facebook, Twitter, maybe a Google Plus, YouTube, stuff like that. Just give me a hot dog right there. Hot dog, hot dog, hot dog. I've never seen so many hot dogs in one place. But yeah, so what I show you in the course, and as well as, you know, you really had to bend my arm. I really didn't want to give this out, but what I'm going to show is how to actually tie all those together in a very specific way. And then once you do that, you tell Google that you're a real person, you're a real company, and then, you know, your rankings just go up. And when you apply OMG tactics, I mean, you know, PBNs and other tactics that we have in there, or that you have in there, you know, it's just game over for the competition. I want to picture the competition crying in the corner when I decide to go into a market, and that's how I do it. First thing I do for any website I do, first thing I do for any client I get, I tie the entity together. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Does that make sense to everyone? Like what I'm going to show, like for the bonus? And to be honest, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I'm sure. First of all, we've got most people back on, which is quite great. Let's see. Hot dog. That is a lot of hot dogs. So let me help. Let me help folks kind of understand what you're saying. So there's basically nowadays in SEO, there's basically 2 SEOs. There's like the world of links, and then there's the world of this, you know, what we're calling the semantic web, which is just sort of like this underlying sort of almost list that Google is expecting, like a report card for you to fill out on, for example, if you are a restaurant, then they want to know, well, you know, are you a real restaurant? Who's the owner of the restaurant? What's the menu? Whatever, right? They want things like more and more tied to physical entities. You know, I have a Wikipedia page, for example, and Wikipedia is part of that whole world. What you're saying is that you're just basically take these kinds of entities, the way that you're doing it, and you're really creating almost like a search engine domination, but you're doing it hardly without the traditional SEO backlinking thing like the Greg Morrison thing. Now, of course, it doesn't go against Greg Morrison's SEO. It goes along with it perfectly, which is why this is so powerful. Yeah. Yeah, this is, give me the number 1. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I used one PBN, and it was a scrape PBN that cost me like $10 to buy, and I just did it to show everyone how to do it. I knew I wouldn't need it with this.
Yep, while your kid's sleeping. So if you just think that this is white hot, what Brad's saying, give me the number 1. If you're not sure what he's talking about, give me a question mark. At the end of the day, what he's basically going to do is give free traffic to your Shopify site. So for those of you who didn't understand, he's going to give you over-the-shoulder training showing you how it is that he adds lots of free traffic without hardly doing traditional SEO. So for those of you who, we actually had about 50-50. About 50% of people are like, wow, that's white hot, and about 50% of people aren't really sure what's going on. There's basically, what Brad showed you is the result. There's a way, it's not hard to do, and it doesn't cost any money. It costs Brad a total of like $10. And there's basically a way of doing a different kind of SEO, something that we haven't talked about, but it's really great for e-commerce, and it's just particularly perfect for this exact situation. And what it's going to do is give you free traffic. So in addition to the Facebook traffic that you're going to be learning from Devin, Justin, and Robert, we're really piling on with an underground free traffic bonus, and this has broader applications. Just so you know, I mean, really, there's absolutely no question that this bonus is worth $1,000. I paid a lot more for you to get it. If that helps you understand, like I paid out a lot of cash for it.
Just to make sure, Mike, this isn't going in like the full OMG.
No, it's
material,
not. It's going to go.
Okay. I probably should have asked that ahead of time, but
No,
I just wanted to make sure.
I actually gave you. I actually gave a number. Yeah, exactly. No, we have. I'm not exactly going to limit this bonus to a number of people, but I have a sense for how many people are going to join, and it's not going to be whoever gets this is going to be happy and excited. This is a little bit of a tricky situation. I almost don't want these replays floating around out there in case somebody gets this and is just kind of dying to get this stuff, and then it's all closed. So if that happens and you somehow stumble upon this replay and things are already closed up, you can email me at omg@omgmachines.com, and I can at least give you an explanation as to what's going on with things. But we try not to have things be very time limited at OMG, and when they are time limited, we try to give you as much notice as possible. This is a situation where, like, basically because of OMG Live, and we just have everybody here. I mean, everyone's in Nashville. David Mills is with about a mile away from me right now with Cotton and Joe Marfolio and Fletch, and Stephen Floyd's about to fly in. Liz is actually just getting on an airplane right now. Greg Morrison's coming tomorrow. So all of OMG's here in Nashville, and we're gearing up for this mega event. We're so excited. It's going to be just an unbelievable event. But at the same time, Devin just has this incredible, just what a great get started offer that he's brought to the table with Justin and Robert here. And Devin's been somebody who's been involved in OMG for over a year, helping build OMG from the outside and from the inside, contributing. I'm sure almost everybody's seen his posts and messages here and there in the OMG Way Facebook group and the OMG team, NHB team Facebook group. He's just constantly involved and just a great guy. And then then here comes Brad Mabry, and I had to spend some capital here to make this happen, but I'm really happy. I mean, like, this isn't, Brad's not kidding. He really, this is a little bit of an arm twisting situation, but it's worth it. It's worth it. I mean, this is, for this situation, this is basically going to wind up where folks who are just kind of particularly paying attention right now just kind of get a little extra, and that's going to happen from time to time, right? Just in life. And it's not because I'm trying to exclude anybody else or being like, haha, you weren't paying attention, so you don't get in on this great offer. Of course, I really, I'll probably email about this at least another couple times, probably even 2 or 3 times in the next 24 hours to give you a sense of how important this is to me. And I do try to notify people. But anyways, long story short, the people that are on right now, and if you're listening to me right now, and we're within the time frame, then you're just in great shape, because not only are you getting a spectacular offer from Devin, Robert, and Justin, but you're also just getting this, just blockbuster bonus from Brad, and on top of that, it's just a total win-win-win for everybody. This whole event, just even what you got just for being on this event, watching it, participating, it's just just outstanding, incredible value. We've had so much training, and just excitement. We've answered a ton of questions, and actually it's pretty fun now. God bless OMGers. We actually have the webinar filled right back up. Now someone's asking, where's Liz? Liz actually had to jump on a flight, so we just had to restart this webinar, which is why we're doing this. Now Joel wants to know. Joel has a great question. Hey guys, can we still do this in time to take advantage of the holidays, or is it a little too late this year?
Oh, I can answer that. There is 100% still time to take advantage of this. You can, so it really depends on how you do things. So if you want to ship things yourself, yes, you definitely can. If you want to do drop shipping from China, maybe you'll have to ask Robert and Justin about that because I don't do drop shipping. We ship everything ourselves. But so we order product, and it takes about a week or 2 weeks to get here, and then you can mail it out. So if you were to get started, 2 weeks, you definitely don't want to wait until December. If you're gonna get started, 3 weeks from now. But if you do get started today, or this week, or within the next week and a half, definitely. We actually just put up our Christmas ads like 2 days ago, and we're absolutely running with this. It's super easy to scale during this time. So as we get closer and closer to Christmas, you will see your sales go from, maybe $100 a day up to, let me just, we're getting over 10x in scaling. So if your store's making $100 a day, it should go around $1,000 a day as you get closer and closer to Christmas.
Yeah, you should expect about 800% during holiday times. That's correct.
Like I said, just simple optimizations and changes to your ads into your store, just to stress like, hey, buy two because this makes a great gift and stuff like that, or putting like just a little Christmas hat in your ads, small things like that really up it. And Robert is scaling extremely hard right now for Christmas, so he might have something to say about that.
Yeah, I think there's a balance that needs to be made or kept, I guess. You could definitely still get started right now. We're kind of halfway into scaling one of our campaigns, and we still got some Christmas stuff that we want to do. So there's definitely time to do it. We're just more aware, more experienced. So I have my vendors in place. So those are the only things that you need to worry about, is that your vendors are there and they have the stock or the inventory in stock and ready, because the worst thing that could happen is you sell a lot of inventory and then find out that your vendor can't even provide that inventory for another 3 weeks after Christmas or something. So
and how would people find that out?
So you're just going to want to communicate with your vendors, but typically the way we teach it with the drop shipping at least is that's where you're going to find the danger, mostly is in drop shipping. And where we teach it is you can actually look on eBay or on AliExpress where you're drop shipping from, and it tells you how many the vendor has in stock. So as long as it says that they have a large amount and you're watching that every day and communicating with them and building a relationship with them, then there shouldn't be an issue.
And Robert, in the building sustainable brand section, you do go over contacting and communicating with these vendors in depth. Am I correct?
Yeah, I show a little bit of how to use Trade Manager, which is very helpful for communicating with Alibaba or Ali vendors, Alibaba, AliExpress, talking on eBay with your vendors. We don't go too in detail on the Christmas aspect of it, but we definitely could.
Well, that's what we have Sean section for.
All right, now there's a question somebody had about the SEO. I understand that Wyatt put together an SEO bonus, which I'm so excited about. Obviously, as everybody knows, Wyatt just a rock star OMGer and just incredible guy, and so yet another reason to be involved in this offer. However, the SEO that we're dropping here is not that. This is something pretty damn new. In fact, it's really new. It's really bleeding edge. You're not getting Brad's whole $3,000 course. I would love to give that to you. We cannot. But you're getting a huge chunk of it, and a really vital part when it comes to Amazon. I mean, really, and this Shopify element as well. Really, how do I explain this?
Yeah, Mike, this is something everyone should be doing regardless of what they do. Yeah,
right.
Regardless of what SEO you're in, you should be building an entity. So that's kind of that's what I show you how to do. Of course, there's other stuff involved in the course, but I can't give it all all away. But definitely, it's the building block of it. It's
I got to tell you that this to me, I just paid an awful lot for this, and I'm glad to do it. I know I'm kind of going on about this, but even to the point where I almost can't possibly make any money on this promotion, which is fine with me. It's perfectly fine. I don't care, because I really want you guys to get involved. This is great. And I know, I'm also just kind of trying to make up for this awkward timing that we have with OMG Live happening right now. It just makes it a lot harder for us to to just get even information to you and so forth. But you can see how important this is to us, right here in the trenches. And I mean, what you're getting from Brad is just without a doubt worth $1,000. There's just no, and this. conservative money. I mean, that would just be conservative, and then yeah. So altogether, the whole, this whole thing, we're going to get basically the offer at this point. But really, you can look at the offer, you can look at the bonus, and if either of them was priced at $1,000, it would just be a no-brainer. And instead, it's just going to cost you a tiny fraction. So instead of it being, say $2,000, then it's going to be a small fraction of that to join. And it's pretty much, it's pretty much a no-brainer to me. I also want to point something out. Anyone who's interested in SEO client consulting, I mean, and again, Brad, you can speak to this. How big, Brad, is the market for doing client consulting, for moving people onto the e-commerce stores? Like, I mean, millions of Amazon sellers want to be on Shopify, and they have no idea how to do it. I mean, is there a market for cut and grammar style SEO, client consulting with Shopify?
That's freaking huge, Mike. I have people come to me all the time. I actually have to turn away a lot because I get so many. So I just take bigger jobs at this point. If it's going to be 5, 10K a month, I'll probably take it, or like a huge website build out that I have a web guy do. But it's huge. I'm actually developing a system right now that will allow me to kind of streamline that process of finding people. So
because
it's definitely something
turning away business. You told me about this. It's unbelievable. There's so much business out there. So anybody, again, I mean, pretty much, again, like we said, this is such a great get started method. So if you're someone looking to get started, this is a great offer for you. That's number one. Number two, if you're at all involved in Amazon or e-commerce, then this is, just like Brad and Liz have told you, no-brainer for that reason. Number three, if you're at all interested in free traffic and SEO, Brad's bonuses, once again, makes it a complete no-brainer. Number four, if you're interested in SEO client consulting, I mean, you got to have this in your repertoire. You're just going to run into people who have physical goods, and if you can't put them in an e-commerce store, you're just so far behind. Why? Like, just for no reason. Okay, so I mean, it really hits on every angle. It gives you that safety and stability with Amazon and growth. Gives you that great get started method. We got the fabulous bonus from Brad, and then even the client consulting angle. And I'll tell you this. A lot of things had to come together for this to happen. Okay, we really wanted to get this up and out to you. This is one of the very last things we're going to be talking about before OMG No Holds Barred 2016 Project Assimilation. We're really proud to share that with you. And we move things around for a reason. I mean, if you look at on hard, all the elements that had to come into play. I mean, first of all, Devin has just been deeply intrinsically intertwined with OMG going back over a year now, and he's just been a part of the community. He's just been in there, active. He came to several assimilation events, answering questions, helping people, interacting, helping build OMG. Just the kind of guy we couldn't get enough of him. So that had to happen. Then Liz had to have this incredible expertise with Shopify, so she could really look at this product and know what's going on. So Liz built a $1,000, $1,500 a day Shopify store using OMG methods. But what does that do? That gives her the perspective to be able to look at a completely different method that is totally synergistic and that can work with us. So that element had to be in place. Then both Robert and Justin had to have this incredible ascension that they've had in the last year, where they've gone from really struggling. And by the way, the fact that they really struggled, as recently as a little over a year ago, they are still mindful of what's going on and what things that you're going to be running into that are difficult for you. So it's really just such a great timing with them, to the point where they really are, incredibly expert at this point, but they're also close enough to, really probably struggling to get by, at least to some extent. And you heard what they said. I mean, they were trying to make things work online, and it just wasn't working, right? So now it does, but they have that remembrance of what it was like. And all those things had to happen. Me and Liz have spent hours and hours and hours working on this event. We worked with David Mills. We worked with Brad Mabry. Obviously, Devin and Justin and Robert have been tireless in this whole thing. So a lot of elements had to come together for us to bring this to you, and we're really excited about it. So what I want to do at this point is just let Devin lay out the details of the offer, and we want you guys to jump in, because there's not a huge amount of time left on this. I'm gonna try to get this replay up and out, and you know, it's going to be rock and roll time. So Devin, do you want to take it away, and we will see.
Yeah.
By the way, Devin, is this the first time in webinar history that a webinar ended and then we now have more attendance than we had on at the beginning? I think we have more.
I've actually never, I didn't even know you could rejoin webinars after they ended, so this is just history here. I'm blown away by the fact that we could even get back on this, by the way.
Okay, I'm gonna make Devin a presenter.
Awesome. So guys, I'm gonna pick up where we left off earlier, guys, and I'm gonna kind of go into my PowerPoint presentation. So last you guys see my screen fine? I don't have my other computer up anymore, so I can't tell. So everything looks good?
Yes. It's there. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to pick up right where we left off, everyone. And I showed you how to set up your store, do all that, find these winning niches, find great products that are easy to sell. And if you did miss that, Mike will be sending out the replay. So guys, basically what we did was we found a profitable audience, a profitable store. We did all that in under 20 minutes, and we realized how easy it truly is. And by this time, we know that e-commerce is an extremely easy way to build a passive income. And using the power of Shopify, you know, it's such a great CMS. It's so easy to set up. It's extremely easy. And that's obviously why we created Ecom Premier Academy. Now, you guys probably saw a little bit of that. I was sharing it on my screen earlier. And this is a program that is specially designed just for you, and it's going to allow you to do a few things. So if you're interested in creating a six-figure brand on Shopify, and six figures honestly being a little modest, because in truth, a lot of our students are getting up to $50,000 a month plus within their first few months starting, and our own coaching clients have never done less than 100K within their first few months. So it's pretty interesting stuff. And we are the most reputable Shopify. Like I said, Shopify loves us. Tim Ferriss loves us. They all talk about us. And we also want you to be able to succeed in any niche and soar past the competition. So one thing that I want to do is kind of stay within their own niche because they are passionate about something or they really have something that interests them. So when I got started in internet marketing, it was how to pick up girls, and I wanted to stay in that because it was something I was passionate about at the time, and you know, it was something that I really enjoyed doing. Now I have my dog store, and although it's not a huge source of income yet, we do plan on scaling that up for Christmas to $1,000 a day. That's going to be a $30,000 a month passion project, really, and that's pretty awesome. And we also allow you to put your new business on autopilot, and it's actually not autopilot. There's no such thing as true autopilot, but if there ever was something that was autopilot, it is the way we structure out our e-commerce businesses. We do believe in hard work and stuff like that. You do have to put in work to succeed. That's just a fact. And we want to allow you to do all of this within 4 weeks and without ever shipping a single product yourself. So I know one of the biggest questions earlier was all about shipping and stuff like that, and we don't want you to ever have to ship a product yourself. We have a better alternative. Most of the time, it's better than FBA. Obviously, we can't match FBA on everything, but we try to, so we'll get into that in a second. So if you're interested in creating a sustainable brand that will last you for life, and what's really cool about this is when you have a sustainable brand, like a store, an actual store, think about it. It's a real brand that will last you for life. You only need one. So a big thing. And you know, I've been deep in the SEO world. That's where my OMG relationship comes from. I'm huge in the affiliate marketing world and all this stuff. One thing that really sucks about that world is sometimes you're always going from day to day or week to week or month to month. You don't really know what to do next, and that's awful. So if you kind of sick of that and you want to create a sustainable brand that's actually going to last you for life, this is something that you're definitely interested in. And like I mentioned earlier, this is a very streamlined system. What we want you to do is start small. We recommend starting small because that gets out of the way all those difficult things that you don't really see coming up. If you start out too big, you run into all these errors and it really throws you off your game and you're kind of like, okay, I can't do this. So what we want to allow you to do is turn $5 a day budgets into e-commerce empires, literal empires. We were doing $5 a day, but now we have stores that earned $40,000, $50,000 a day. That's what we want you to do. And if something else you want to do is easily build buyers lists in any niche that will follow your brand religiously, this is definitely something you want to get into. So just an example for this one, we found a pen in our garage. We thought, man, this is a cool pen. We went to see if it was on AliExpress. It was a little builder pen. It has like a level on it, a screwdriver and stuff. Like, oh, you know, this is a cool pen. If someone's an architect, they might have interest in this. We found a pen, checked AliExpress. Sure enough, it was there. Set up a store in 5 minutes. Didn't even order the product yet. sent out one email, made $1,000 in a few hours. Very interesting stuff. And if you want to easily sell items like crazy while your business is on the closest thing to autopilot, and you want to do all of this in just 30 days without shipping your own products, because I know a lot of people don't want to do that, then this is specifically for you. And here's our system. Here's how we'll do it. Here's how we'll make sure you get it done. First off, you're going to receive our complete A to Z e-commerce training. Complete A to Z. And if you're completely new to the idea of e-commerce, if you're new to Shopify, we're going to show you the theory, we're going to show you how to set it up, and we're going to get it done in minutes, okay? Our goal is to allow you to get your store up and running in minutes. And thankfully, since we do have Shopify, it's easy to say. You know, a lot of these people say, oh, you'll have a profitable store within minutes. No, not all the time. This is completely FTC compliant. You know, we really know you can get a store up and running in minutes simply because of how Shopify is. And we're also going to show you how you can easily find a boatload of products that people are dying to buy from you. Now, in the presentation earlier, you probably saw how easy it is to find products people want to buy. It's super easy. We literally did it in 6 minutes. And we also want to show you how to get your offers in front of the right people, so you're never wasting money on ads. We touched on that a little bit earlier as well. And this is something that's super important because the audiences are the key. Just like in SEO, if you don't, you need to do your keyword research properly. If you're doing it wrong, you're wasting money, or you're never going to rank, something like that. And there's a lot more that you're getting in our A to Z training. We'll show you that in a second. But just so you know, this A to Z course will turn absolutely anyone into an e-commerce expert. And that's why we have the most famous and well-known course on the market in the Shopify realm. So that's all you need to succeed, really, is the course. But we wanted to ensure your success because we hate seeing our students fail. And mainly we want to ensure you succeed so we can take your testimonials and sell our course for a lot more money, kind of like OMG does. You guys rock. And we also want to do basically all of the work for you. That's an interesting thing because not a lot of people say that. We're so busy, you know, running these profitable stores. Why would we want to do the work for you? So what does that mean? How will we be doing the work for you? And first off, you're invited to our highly prestigious Facebook Mastermind. You guys probably saw that a little bit earlier. I was sharing it on the screen. And in here you'll find like-minded people and high-quality information, just like in the OMG groups. And these masterminds are the main contribution to our $1 Million Shopify business because it's actually how Justin and Robert met. And if these guys didn't meet each other, who knows where they'd be now. The point is it's valuable. Now we get into the fun stuff, okay? Because now we're going to get into the stuff that really does automate your business for you, or at least comes close to automating it. So we're going to give you software that we developed just for you to make your life easier. The first app is a dynamic retargeting app. And for what that means in simple terms is if someone visits your store and they don't buy, this app is going to help you hunt them down and get them to your store to sale. So I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with retargeting ads. You know, you visit Target's website, a pair of shoes, and you don't buy them. Go back to Facebook, and there are the shoes. Like, hey, buy me, you know. And we're going to give you an app that will allow you to do that easily. Now, this app, I'm going to say it's the most valuable thing in the world because you can do this without the app. However, it's going to take you 10 hours to set up. With our app, it's going to take you 5 minutes. And pretty simple. The second app is a landing page creator. So the reason we added this was because we know that you're probably spending about around $67 or $100 or $150 a month on services like Unbounce, ClickFunnels, lead pages, anything like that. So what happens here is we give you a landing page builder for free. No more spending, you know, over $1,000 a year to build landing pages. And these are the same landing pages that we use to generate millions of dollars. And don't worry, because I know a lot of you might not be familiar with apps, so we're going to show you how to set those up and use both of them. And this is the one you'll love, and this is the one that a lot of people had questions on earlier. So we own a fulfillment center in Northern California, and what we want to do is ship and source your products for you. And we do have a fee, so we do make a little bit of money off of it. But we're very competitive, and we do compete with Amazon. We have the ability to ship thousands of products a day for you, so there's really no holding back. We can do whatever you need. And that means someone buys something from your store, we take care of it from there. We will ship your product and contact your customers for you. That means you don't have to do anything at all. We will send your customers their product and their tracking info for you. And you do have to send us your products, obviously. They have to get to us somehow. But the way it works is we just hook up to your store, so whenever you get an order, when we get notified, we get to work, and most of the time, percent of the time, we try to get your product out there that same exact day. And what that means is you sit back and make sales and watch your Shopify account earn more and more money while we take care of all the hard, meticulous, and tiring / boring / takes out a place with your dog work that is shipping and contacting customers. So what this is going to allow you to do is give you a lot of time and freedom. Instead of sitting and shipping products all day. You log in your Shopify app from the beach. I know that's cliche, the whole beach thing, but I live in St. Petersburg, Florida. I'm sure Mike here can relate. We have beaches. We sit around on the beach. So you can check out your and you feel relieved knowing that we're handling the hard work while you're there relaxing. And it still gets better because we have a lot of stuff. You're going to get 2 high conversion, simple to use Shopify themes we develop for our own stores. Now, you don't have to use these. We just threw these in there to kind of sweeten the deal because we want to provide more value than anybody else out there. There's a lot of great free themes on Shopify as well, but these are themes we've used to generate hundreds of dollars in revenue. Once you install these, you'll have stores that are proven to convert and won't have to worry about small details and testing anymore because we already did all the testing for you. And of course, we're going to teach you how to set those up as well. So you'll have a profit pulling theme within minutes. We know that can be a little confusing. And there's even more. This is the best part. This is the most fun stuff. We're going to show you how to build $1 million brand, similar to the ones that we run. And we really want you to have something that you can pass along to family members or you can just use to sustain a lifestyle for the rest of your life because it's important to us. We kind of got sick of the day-to-day stuff, the month-to-month, not knowing what to do. So what we want you to do is basically let us take care of all the hard work. While you sit back and grow your store, it income to levels you never thought possible. How that works is since we're doing most of that work for you, you can scale harder than you ever imagined. And there's a lot more, and we'll take you inside the members area and show you. It's got the wrong link on it. So guys, is there any questions really quick right now, or do you guys want to kind of see inside the members area and see what it's all about? Because there's a lot of stuff I didn't necessarily cover. It's a ridiculous course with a little bit of too much content.
Sure. Let's go inside the members area. Sounds
cool.
exciting.
So guys, let me explain something to you, and it's called an EPA problem. EPA problems are similar to first world problems, and what these basically mean is let me give you an example. Like some of our students, they'll be making $3,000 a day, and they're like, man, I wish I could scale to $4,000 a day. Oh my gosh, I'm so busy, or I'm stuck making $3,000 a day. How awful. And the EPA problem we have here is we have so much content, we don't have room for it all, which can kind of suck. But let's give you guys an overview. So when you first log in, you'll be greeted by this. This is a state-of-the-art members area. I just have to put that in there because I'm very passionate about the design. I worked really hard on this, and we worked hard to create the best user experience possible. So you'll have all these different tabs up top: Ecom Experts Academy, Premier Academy, Shopify SEO, Apps and Themes, Case Studies, and Mastermind. You get access to all this, and I kind of want to touch on the SEO section really quickly because I know a lot of people have SEO questions, and Brad's throwing in his SEO stuff. So this SEO section, it cost us a lot of money as well, just like it cost Mike a lot of money to get Brad's stuff. We paid Wyatt from Drip Apps. You guys are probably familiar with Wyatt. And this is the OMG-style approach to SEO, only altered Shopify. So we teach you how to siphon off Shopify's domain authority and stuff like that, and the correct way to optimize Shopify pages without having the pro plan and all that stuff, and how to easily just get up and do all of that. So this is really awesome, and I think a lot of you guys might be interested in that. But let's jump into the absolute A to Z course. Now, as you can see here, we have understanding Shopify, we have setup, sourcing products, product offers, building a brand, page optimization, sales process, and high FB ROI. So in understanding Shopify, this is basically if you have no idea what Shopify is, this will teach you all about it. So it'll clear up any misconceptions you have, any questions you might have. It's really the basics. And then we're going to take you in and we're going to help you set up your store. We'll help you decide which Shopify plan is correct for you, how to set up your payments, your shipping, your checkout, and all that to really maximize the most out of your Shopify store and plan. And this is something I'm sure a lot of people also have questions about. So right now, as far as I can tell, Liz is mainly teaching Alibaba for her sourcing. I haven't gone through her content in OMG, but from what I heard earlier,
she's pretty advanced. I mean, we have a whole system. But this is once again a time when really the kitchen sink argument really matters, because when it comes to sourcing products, you want as many angles as possible. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure. Just in the same way that Liz is chopping a bit to get, and Brad is chopping at the bit to get inside of your guys' training. Obviously, what Liz already has is vulnerable. We have so many members making 5 figures per month and 6 figures per month with it. But that really doesn't mean that you can't expand. I mean, Liz, I'll tell you this: Liz loves to buy information products. I mean, I was talking about this yesterday. She crisscrossed the globe. She traveled to China 4 times in the last year, Vegas 6 times in the last year, LA 3 times, Miami 4 or 5 times, Orlando. And almost every one of these times, she's going somewhere to buy information from somebody, like going out and meeting Brad Mabry and, handing him an envelope with like 10 grand to teach her a secret. And then really, she'll really do that kind of thing because she just loves it because every advantage is just so sick. It's one of the reasons, she has that attitude, and you got to, because it's a kitchen sink approach. So this is, really having an additional way, where these guys have developed is just so incredible for product sourcing. I mean, that's just fantastic.
Yeah, so we go over basically every single way to source a product. Any way that can be done, we've tested it, we've tried it, and we've basically narrowed it down to the most profitable ways by far. And then we're going to show you how to source the products, how to scale with short sourcing, and if you did want to do something such as drop shipping, where the suppliers will mail it directly to the customer for you, so it's just totally hands-off for you, then we do teach that as well. And then we'll also give you tips and warnings. So this is a big section because a lot of times you have no idea what's going on with these Chinese vendors, and these are just basically how to avoid anything bad happening to you in your business. Then we have product offers. Now this is where we really get into maximizing your ROI. Like I mentioned earlier, upsells are what helps maximize your ROI in the sales industry, funnels and all that stuff. And that's what we go into all the different types of offers. So we have upsells, downsells, recurring offers, email offers, free offers, bundle offers, bonus offers, and referral offers. What this will allow you to do is take a store that would generate $10 per sale and transform it into a store that makes $50 per sale on average just by implementing these different offers in your store. And then we have the building brand, and this is just very basic. Building a brand, we go more in depth into it in Premier Academy. This is all included. So this will just show you how to establish trust with your store. A lot of people, when they get started out, they think, well, nobody knows who I am. Why would they buy from me? I'm just some random ugly-looking Shopify store. That's not the case. You're going to make sales, and just to make it even better, we're going to show you how to establish trust, how to be consistent in your brand, and how to niche down versus being a too general, like broad brand. We don't want that because then it makes it hard to sell. And then just simple things such as customer support and social proof. I know it's taken forever to go over. There's so much stuff in here. We have the page optimization section, and this is the same thing. This will basically allow you to optimize your page for the highest conversions possible. How to get people clicking and looking where you want them to. How to get that social engagement, and then a review over it all. Right. And then the sales process is very similar to the product offers. So this is just a cross-selling and supermarket approach. And the higher FB ROI. This delves into Facebook advertising and how to make sure when you spend $1 on Facebook ads that you're getting at least $10-ish back. That's our goal with this section. Now, I can't promise you're going to make $10 back, but we're able to do it, and if you follow what we're saying, you should be able to do it as well. Now we get into Premier Academy, and this is the building a sustainable brand section, so this is the most valuable section in my opinion. It's really short. It's about an hour's worth of content, and what you find in here is what's really going to allow you to create that sustainable brand that will last you a lifetime, and it's going to show you how you can get your products branded if you are sourcing from China and stuff like that, how you can talk with these guys and negotiate with these guys and get them starting out to build your product line and allowing you to become a real asset, like a real business, something that's tangible, something that has true value, something you could sell if you wanted to, let's say to some company out there, kind of like Wyatt wants to sell Demio, right? And then we go into Pinterest here, and this is just another traffic source. Mike said it so many times, the kitchen sink approach, expanding, not putting all your eggs in one basket. And the cool thing about Pinterest is a buyer's market, like I said earlier, because people are on Pinterest looking for things to buy. So what we're doing here is just walking through Pinterest, setting up ads, and doing all that stuff. Now, the licensing merchandise to resell is also a very, very valuable section, because what you're going to get in here is how you can sell licensed stuff legally. So it's very easy to sell licensed stuff, and actually it's absurdly easy, because if you wanted to just sell a Harry Potter necklace, for instance, there's so many people who want to buy it. All you have to do is go find a necklace, let's say that Hermione wore in the movie, sell it. Oh, look, it's the same necklace Hermione wore. You're going to get sued because it's illegal, unless you get a reseller's license, which we're going to walk you through how to do. 22 minutes of training right here. So short, and will allow you to make so much money because everybody wants to buy this stuff, but nobody knows how to sell it. And just to give you an idea of how we do it, it's kind of like the same way that Hot Topic would be allowed to sell something like that. It's as simple as going to your local DMV or something like that. And then we have Facebook ads made easy. And this is the whole Facebook rundown. Everything you need to know about Facebook ads. And I know a lot of you are coming from the SEO world, so you might not be too familiar with Facebook ads. Inside here, everything's covered. Every single thing. You'll never have a question about Facebook ads again. And if you do, you just come to our mastermind over here and you ask us and we'll answer. Now this section is something that's really important right now because it's profiting with trends and seasons. So this is basically how we're scaling. So someone asked earlier, will I have time to do it to do this for Christmas? And the answer is yes. And what you should do is come over, watch the section. I think it's about 40 minutes worth of content here. Yeah. And you come in, you watch it, and we're going to show you how to make money off of all these seasons. And not just Christmas, but things such as Halloween, 4th of July, Mother's Day, anything that has a theme, really. And it's very valuable. And if you want money by Christmas, good money, this is going to be great for you. And it's, just like I said, though, it's very important if you want to do it in time for Christmas that you get started within the next week because time is running out. And then low-budget alternative advertising. Justin, I always forget what this is about. I haven't watched it yet. We just added this. We're adding content daily.
Yeah, guys, so this is basically a rundown on Facebook ads, and it is in addition to the Facebook ads and set theory, which we teach you guys in the Ecom Experts Academy. So this is a alternative method of advertising on Facebook, and it really does take that kitchen sink approach. And I go through one of my campaigns that I ran last week, so this is what's working now on how we generated $10,000 with a single product, and how we tested it out, how we split tested, how we utilized alternative advertising to spend less money than you would normally.
Yeah, and so that also stems back to the people asking, like, is it bad to only have one or two products? Like you just said, $10,000 with one product. You don't need a lot of products. And the next question that comes from that is, do people want to buy from a store that only has one product? Yes. If they want the product, they're going to buy the product. All right, valuable extras. Here we are with our EPA problems. We ran out of room for all our great content, so we just have valuable extras in here, which didn't necessarily have a spot somewhere else, but they are very valuable. And like Robert touched on earlier, people product promotion. This is a huge video. Researching products deeper on the big three, that's huge. We also have our quick start webinars. So if for some reason you don't want to go through our content, I know there's a ton of content in here, which you guys are probably used to because OMG has ridiculous amounts of content as well. But you could just watch these 3 quick start webinars. These are the 3 steps to our $1 million brand, basically, and it's just about 3 hours worth of training. And we're going to walk you through in depth how to find products to sell, how to set up your Shopify store and make sure it's a high conversion store, and step number 3 is making it profitable. This is just really in depth ad targeting, who to target, how to set up your Facebook ads. It goes into that, and then guys, there's so much more content in here. We have the Shopify SEO, we already talked about that. The apps and themes. So like I told you, you are going to get 2 free apps, and it's really simple. You just watch the video, we teach you how to set it up, click the link, and then you install it on your store. Same deal with the themes, same exact thing. And like I told you, we do offer done-for-you fulfillment where we will ship your products for you, so you never have to worry about touching a product or dirtying your hands. And it's as simple as coming here and filling out this form, and then we will get back to you. Simple as that. We do have a minimum of 250 units. So before you can do that with us, and we're very flexible on that depending on what you're selling, because obviously we don't expect you to send us 250 TVs. That's not how it works. But let's say you're selling a product that costs you 50 cents, and they're small products, then it's a 250 product minimum. But it's only like $100 worth of inventory, so it's not that big of a deal. Then we just have extra case studies, guys. Justin, how he made $35,000 in a week, $18,000 from a T-shirt, 10,000 units sold of one product, and these are just basically step-by-step blueprints that are easy to follow. No confusion in them. Same thing over here. And then you see me over here, and if you guys did get into it was David's product. God, I can't remember the name, Mike, because it's so long. But this is the $250,000.
I have a specialty in it. It's massive advantage for mere mortals towards making millions. Information product business naturally with David Mills.
Why would you ever name it that? I have no idea.
It's actually a great name. Yeah, I'll explain it to you. It's basically
I understand.
And notice that you said that. Wait until you're down the road. You'll see everyone's gonna be like, massive advantage for mere mortals. It's gonna roll right off people's tongues.
I know. I get it. It's just so long. But that's in there, guys. This is how I made $250,000 in 7 days, $170,000 of his profit over 7 days. That's really intense stuff. And Mike has dubbed it the Porsche Publishing Blueprint. We won a Porsche. We made $120,000 and won a Porsche. We took $50,000 instead of the Porsche because we like money, and we already have cars. Funnily enough, who would have guessed? And that's basically
And
what's
Devin,
inside.
and Devin, you helped me win a Porsche.
I did help. Oh, you know what's funny about that
So
is
really,
I won a Porsche with this and helped you win a Porsche by giving it to you.
exactly. That's why I called it the Porsche. That's exactly why I called it the Porsche Publishing Blueprint, because at that point I already knew I was going to win the Porsche.
Oh, man. Yeah, and then we have the Facebook Mastermind, guys, and this is just similar to ecom, or I'm sorry, that's my product. It's similar to everything you'll see in OMG. Now, we're a very tight-knit community, just like OMG is. We really, we call ourselves a family, honestly, and we host about 4 live events a year. We do all this stuff. We're huge on community and family. So we have a very, very active Facebook group that's filled with trainings. We do webinars and all that stuff, and you'll be notified in here. And I kind of want to show you guys a few things that some of our customers said, because on October 18th, just about 3 weeks ago, I did ask them what they think about the course and how it's changed their lives, and 146 people were quick to reply and tell us how much we've helped them. So Dee just says, you guys rock, training is spectacular. Lindsay here says the product's definitely changed my life. In less than 45 days, I'll have my highest months in earnings because of what I've learned. And I'm also able to spend more time doing things I love, like spending time with my family and going to NFL games, stuff like that. Having purchased Ecom Experts Academy, I was able to start my first e-commerce store and take it over to $4,500 in sales with $2,000 in profit in 30 days. Chris says, thanks to you guys, I've been able to grow my Shopify store to over $15,000 per month in sales in under 60 days. Thank you so much. Let me see. There's just some here that really stick out. They're all great stuff. But I want to show you guys really the possibilities. Heather just hit my 1,000 sale for myself instead of getting a job due to Ecom Experts Academy. Lucas says, I've never done Shopify before, but after going through the Ecom Academy, the possibilities blew my mind. Shortly after setting up my first Shopify store for the first time ever, I was already at $2,000 in profits. Does it need more than the word experts? Great information step by step. Now this one really spoke to me, Joanna here. The biggest change for me is having my family finally believe in what I do and when I'm not with them, or why I choose to give up playing activities. And now they actually show an interest in her work and what she's doing in his life, or her life. Whoops. Frank says EA has the best niche product in Facebook training by far. I've seen it in e-commerce for years. The training's so good, I was able to take action and see immediate results. And there's just one more I want to show you guys. And there's so Drew here. This is really neat stuff. I was able to pay off 4 years of mistakes, shiny objects, and guru hype in my first 2 months. Not bad. It would have been more, but I ran out of inventory twice. And that's another EPA problem when you're doing so well that you can't keep up with how well you're doing, funnily enough. And he made $22,000 in his first few weeks there. And then that's just really the tip of the iceberg, guys. There's so many students in here getting results. Amazing community, and we really just want to see you succeed. That's really what matters most to us. Cool. And that's basically what you get. Also, well, actually, before I end off here, I want to mention one more thing. It is here. You do get, when you join, you also get free tickets to our live events for life. So we host a few live events a year, and you will get those free tickets. So really, really cool thing. We have great
tickets. Now we had this is something that you have slated for around a $2,000 price point. Right now, folks are basically able to get on this at an early stage because you guys are doing things this way, building the initial community and so forth, and you guys have the leverage to be able to do that at this point. Kind of endorsements that you guys have gotten in and the buzz that you built and so forth. But what for some of these purposes now, who's on this event, what you've just seen is just without a doubt. I would say a $2,000 offer like $19.97, but at least even if not that, at least a $1,000 offer, no question. On top of that, what Brad is bringing to the table with his bonus, and some people are asking how fast is his SEO. Is very fast. I don't ever put time clocks on these things, but it also is just something that he did while his son was watching Sesame Street or taking a nap or something like that. It just took a few minutes, and you get to see it over the shoulder. So what Brad is sharing is worth at least $1,000. So you have something that's really bottom dollar, about a $2,000 price, but it doesn't cost anywhere near that. It's a small fraction of it. Of what you're making. And this is a bootstrap business, just so people know. Like a lot of people are asking, well, do I need to buy inventory? How much does it cost to get started? The cost to join the program is minimal, and then from there, these guys are really showing you how to bootstrap it. If you need to, if you want to be taking.
That's
correct.
It's a very systemized approach. My girlfriend started a store, like I mentioned a few weeks ago. Cost about $100 to get started. It was actually more than that. It was 100. There was another $197 fee on top of that for a shirt, but we actually didn't sell that shirt, so that was just wasted money. So there's no point including that in the total cost at all.
Okay.
Yeah. So we had the Shopify fee. It was $9.99 at the time. We have a discount, so yeah, we have a great relationship with Shopify. And then we had to get inventory, which was $24. Product upsell app, which was $9.99. And then $10 on ads, and instantly we made $80. So we were in profit basically overnight, and literal overnight. And she does have a little bit of advantage because she's gone through the course and stuff. So it's not like she's completely inexperienced, but that's why we're here, to give you the same course.
Yeah, to give you the same background. Anybody walking in, part of this win-win-win event is we've really given what to look for, what they're thinking around me about, these understand great research tools that we've provided, and so forth. So anyway, what I'd like to do before we get to the price, in the question box, could you please thank these guys for coming on here and sharing with us? Please thank Devin, Justin, and Robert, sharing their valuable time with us, coming on. You're just very, very generous. They also bared with us through some tech difficulties that we ran into. Hurricane Liz came through, and we but it was really wonderful, of course, having Liz on, and then we had Brad on. So yeah, I really appreciate all these thank yous. I mean, this is just extraordinary stuff that we're sharing here. I'm proud and pleased. Yeah, I know you guys aren't organizers, but we're getting tons and tons and tons of thank yous rolling in.
Do you mind if I say something real quick? I want to thank everyone as well, because every time I get on one of these webinars, I'm extremely out of their day, and there's a lot of people on right here. So just thank you so much, everybody, for coming on. It means a lot to me as well. I really love helping you guys and talking with you guys and see what you have to say. So just thank you so much.
Yeah, and I made you an organizer so you can see the thank yous, and they're just rolling in right now. So basically, here's how it's going to work. You'll go to omgmachines.com/Z, so just one character, Z, for Devin Zander, so Z. So omgmachines.com/Z. And Devin, would you mind maybe pulling up a notepad or something like that and sticking that link on your screen? So it's omgmachines.com/Z, and that's going to take you to a letter that Devin made up for you on behalf of himself and his partners, and it's going to get you inside of this program. I endorsed it. Liz endorses it. Brad's not only endorsing it, but he's also bringing in just an incredible bonus. I bribed him for it, and I'm glad that I did it. You also heard Devin bribed Wyatt, so we've got all kinds of everyone's trying to move things around and trying to make things happen. Really, just trying to come together. Because of all that, we're able to offer you this course at a one-time price. There's no additional payments to pay or anything like that, of $297.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's $297. Now it's on PayPal through JVZoo, and what that means is that you can very likely use PayPal credit if you need a little bit a little bit of wiggle room with payments and so forth. PayPal credit, I believe, will allow you to stretch those payments out with no interest, or I believe it's around 6 months. I've never used it myself, but I know that several of our members use it and really like it, and that allows you to kind of have your kind of like a choose your own adventure payment plan, if you want, that's PayPal credit. At this point, we've been promoting this event. We've been working on this. The biggest thing right now is really that the clock's ticking. I said 48 hours, but really it's a heck of a lot closer to 24 hours left that we have.
It's about 28 hours left to get in on this.
Right. So there's definitely some fast action involved, but we came up with this mega bribe from Brad. Now this is only going to be for people who buy through my link. Okay, so you're going to go to omgmachines.com/Z, and then you'll send me your receipt. I'll verify that you joined through my link. If you didn't, we'll have to go through some sort of a process. Devin and I will have to work that out. I don't know exactly how it'll be. Of course, we'll get you taken care of. But one way or the other, go to omgmachines.com/Z, click the call to action button. Really, this is, I'm sure any number of people are just in on this for just any, like kind of an embarrassment of riches here. Just any number of reasons to do this. You know, because of Liz's endorsement, because of my endorsement, you know, because of Brad's incredible bonus, because of the incredible earnings of these have, their testimonials.
Yeah, Mike, you know, I can actually throw something in here as well if you guys want to really sweeten the deal. So I have these notes that we use in our own business here, and it's basically the guideline from going from nothing to something. And I think it's really valuable to anybody who wants to start an e-commerce business. So we developed this for our Money Mindset brand, and it's 200 pages of every single thing you could ever need about Facebook e-commerce business. So it's mainly centered around Shopify. Actually, it's particular, just all around Shopify, but it's 250 pages, step by step, everything you would ever need to know. So I know a lot of people travel a lot, or they don't want to watch videos or something like that. So they can go through our guided notes where we walk you through every single step of taking a store from $0 to $200,000 in literally 60 days. So this is really awesome stuff. And as you can see, this is absolutely huge. Tons of screenshots every single step of the way.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Looks like the OMG blueprint. So there you go. So we have a but wait, there's more moment. We managed to twist Devin's arm. I'm going to the poorhouse because all the money I had to get a forklift of cash to get it over to Brad Mabry, and now Devin's worried I'm not going to be able to eat. So he's throwing in the he's throwing in the, no, but really this is a great book. You can really, and by the way, what does this bonus say to you? I mean, you look at this blueprint. I'll tell you what it says to me. It says to me, these guys care. These guys give a damn. You know, and you know, I mean, that's pretty much what you're looking for.
This was a lot of work to get together. It's like writing our first novel. This was a week of nonstop screenshot taking and teaching. And this is something I'd like to note is if you guys are really Shopify, or you're looking at and getting started in Shopify, this PDF right here is better than 99% of the courses on the market. And fun fact is, all those people that do release Shopify courses are our students, which is an interesting thing.
It's a fun fact. That really is a fun fact. All right, guys and gals. So this is the offer. This is what's in play. You know, 48 hours from now, it's going to be 48 hours from now, and that's just the bottom line. And you can either be starting a Shopify business, and it's really just a great get started way to go. You can be bolstering your OMG business. This works perfectly with everything that we're doing. I've shown you every way, up and down, left and right, that this is synergistic. It keeps you on the same track. You get to stay at home. It's great. You're here with an OMGer. This is built by an OMGer for OMGers. You know, we got Brad Mabry, you know, coming off the top rope, dropping the big elbow with a, you know, just awesome bonus. Devin came in, you know, got tagged in at the very end, you know, took a folded chair and smashed it on the competition's back, and now we've got this this great blueprint bonus. You know, we're really, no, I mean, but in all fairness, I mean, we're really throwing down here. I mean, if anybody who's on this webinar doesn't think that I care about this, I mean, I'll tell you this right now. Like all my best friends are a mile down the road, you know, doing OMG meetings, playing on, you know, 2016 at Drake's, you know, drinking Angry Orchard and yucking it up. And you know, what am I doing? I'm here with you right now, and I want to be. Like, I mean, it's not like some bad thing. I mean, it's great. I want to be doing this. Like, look at what we got. Look what we're bringing to you here. I mean, Liz and I we were up till 5 in the morning last night, 5 in the morning this morning, and I had a 10 o'clock flight to guys. I mean, I got like an hour and a half of sleep. You got a couple more hours on the flight. And it's not that I want to get a little sleep, but I mean, boy, this is just the buzz of this. It's exciting. And yet, because I realize that there's very little time, you know, left in this situation, that's where we really, you know, threw the kitchen sink at things once again, and we brought Brad in to just drop a nuke level bonus, and then, you know, once again, Devin came in the side door and you know, brought in another wheelbarrow full of gold for you. So I mean, this is really exceptional stuff. We've got going to go through some questions here and then wrap things up. I'm going to get the webinar replay up almost immediately, and I'll send it out to you. It's going to be at omgmachines.com/zcon. Could you add that to the page, Devin, please? omgmachines.com/zcom. So just make another one because I want them. So that's a call to action link to go to the sales letter to join with Devin.
What is it? Econ?
ZCOM. Just ZCOM, like ecom except ZCOM. You know, it's a new thing. You know, Devin. Yeah, I'm coining a phrase here. ZCOM. Yeah, doesn't that sound good to you?
Yes.
So omgmachines.com/ZCOM. I actually already have part 1 of the replay. It's already live on that page. Actually, Devin, yeah, if you don't mind clicking through just so people know what it looks like. And it's got the countdown timer right at the top. These guys are my understanding is fairly strict on the time when the card will close. So please, don't take a lot of extra time with this. I will be mailing about this a number of times in the next 24 hours because we're very serious about this. And this is important. These are guys that we really like them. Devin's been a part of us for over a year. We're glad to be joining forces with Justin and Robert. They're top guns. They're world recognized, recognized by Shopify, recognized by Tim Ferriss. And so, this is a really great team we brought together for you today. Tons of information that everybody got. Is a total win-win-win situation. And hopefully we got people, actually, no, we definitely, that answers that question. All right, so obviously a lot of people joining as well, which is great. Now, once you do join, we're going to do the old thing where you email me your receipt at omgmachines.com, and then I'm going to start working with Brad. Brad's getting into Nashville on Friday. He has to take care of a family event tomorrow, but he's going to be getting to Nashville on Friday. So he and I are going to personally join forces to get this bonus up and out and delivered to you. And we're going to add Devin's blueprint as well. And I know that there's going to be some people kind of sort of shaking their fists at me like, man, Michael, why'd you have to make the bonus so good? I know, but I'll tell you why I had to make the bonus so good, because we only have a little over 24 hours. No, but it's real. I mean, just so you know, Devin, it really actually is hard for somebody who is listening and really wants what Brad's got, and then maybe they feel like they're juggling too much or their monthly budget's a little tight or whatever. I mean, really, they really do feel that. So yeah. I'm aware of that for somebody who is having that feeling. But the reason why I had to do that is because there's just 24 hours left on this thing. And you got a great lesson from Brad in the whole mix, just on the very existence of the semantic stuff. We got a great example from him. And, so once again, it's a great win-win-win situation all around. That's really what we try to cook together here. I want to, just hear from straight from the horse's mouth, because I know that Justin and Robert, really looking forward to a new crop of students and helping people have more success. What are you guys looking forward to the most in 2016 there? What
are we looking for? Let's see. Number one, we're looking forward to all the events. Our next event is actually scheduled to be at Shopify headquarters. Like I said, we have a great working relationship with these guys. I actually talked to you about this. We discussed this, and you made fun of me because it's in Canada. Yeah, so we're really looking forward to do that. And like I said, Shopify really loves us. We are the most talked about people by Shopify, and we have the biggest blog post on their website. And then really just building out. We just hired a new coach for Ecom Experts Academy. This guy Manny. We mentioned him earlier. He's doing extremely well. He lives over in the UK. Just in case anyone's scared about this not working for them over there. It's awesome stuff, and we really just look forward to building it out. That's personally me. And then I also look forward to actually practicing more Shopify stuff myself. Like I mentioned, my girlfriend and I are really getting deep into this. And right now it's just a side project. I'm doing very well for myself. I make 6 figures a month. But I really see the flexibility in this, and one thing I'd also like to point out is it's kind of like a game. It's fun. When I first got started with SEO, I was absolutely loving it, and I'm feeling the same way with this. It's exciting. Every time I see the new sale, it's like, yes, and it might be because I'm more passionate about it because it's my dog store and all that stuff. But, man, it's just an overall good time, and I can really, once I saw how easy it was, because even though it's my own course, I didn't start practicing Shopify until I'm linked up with Justin and Robert here. And I knew it was easy because our students were getting results with it and all that stuff. And then I started using it, and I was like, holy shiznoli, this stuff is really easy. It was surprising. I was taken aback by because we literally set our store up and we had our sales the next day. That was awesome. And like I said, I'm no expert like my partners are. These guys are doing millions, and I'm here doing 6 figures with it, soon to be anyways. And it's just so easy. I really look forward to getting more into that as 2016 comes around as well.
That's terrific. All right. Well, we've got this offer wrapped up. Let's wrap this up for you, so you get the whole course. Is there an OTO situation?
Yeah, the OTO situation, that's basically just for our live event. If you plan on coming to our live event, you do get free tickets, like mentioned, with the front end, and you can upgrade to VIP with the OTO. And basically what that means is on Friday you come out, you drink with us, you party, you have a good time. We do the whole open bar thing at all our events and all that stuff because we want everyone to kind of let loose a little bit and not be so scared or intimidated because, you go to these big events such as ASMs and stuff, and it can be a little scary because there's so many people there and you don't really get to talk to them. So what we want to do is invite you to come hang out with us on Friday, and then on Sunday you get an extra day of training, basically, where we go into our deepest, darkest secrets. And we also bring in guest speakers. So, for example, at our last VIP event, we brought in Chris Dennert. A lot of you probably aren't familiar with him, but he is the reason why Teespring is successful. It's really interesting stuff. And if any of you are familiar with Don Wilson, the huge Facebook ads crack guy, he's the one who got everyone interested in this whole Facebook ads thing. He learned about it from Chris Dennert. So this guy is like the real deal here, the godfather of Facebook advertising. We bring people along like that to come and present for you, really the best of the best guest speakers in the industry. Maybe I can twist Mike's arm like he twists mine and get him to somehow fly out from Miami over to Canada.
Well,
but guys,
we will find out. But now what I do want to point out though with this OTO is that it's not some kind of like the course doesn't work if you don't get it.
No.
Like you'll see these kind of bait and switch OTOs out there. This is nothing like that. So this is involved with an add-on, an excellent add-on to the live event. Of course, if you're going to go to a live event, you can spare the money, no question, do it. But it doesn't affect the functionality of the course whatsoever.
Yeah, and if you do decide, like if you're unsure about the live event right now, so you don't want to commit to that, it's going to be available until the live event. It's as a Premier member, you get the $200 reduced VIP discount prices. So that's available forever if you don't.
Okay, so it's not so there's just no go ahead. It's just an opportunity that they get kind of ongoing.
It's not like a one-time offer. It's just an upsell. If you wanted to join us, it'll be in the members area if they decide to go to the event later. No big deal. Great,
but no one has to feel like a sense of dread, like what's going to happen once I order? Are they suddenly going to say, oh, you bought the car, now do you want the engine? It's not one of those things. It's it's all together, which is great. All right. So what we've got here, this is a great situation. The one downfall of the situation, I'll tell it to you right now. I said it at the very beginning. This is the one catch, is that we are on a time-limited basis here. So we're dealing with a little bit over 24 hours. I'm going to try to make that as easy 24 hours for you as possible. I'll try to keep you noted and notified. But in realistic terms, the smart thing to do is join. If you have any questions about receiving the bonus, just email me at omg@omgmachines.com. I know I've got some people that have some questions on how to get the bonus, so you can email me at omg@omgmachines.com if you have a question for how to get the bonus. And generally what you do is you sign up through our link, omgmachines.com/z, and then you email that receipt to me, and you are good to go. I will be meeting with Brad Mabry starting on Friday, and we're going to roll up our sleeves and start working on rolling out and getting that bonus out to you along with Devin's outstanding blueprint.
Yeah, I'll send that.
Let me. What's that?
I'll send that to you right after we're done with this, so you can get it up. I'm very punctual, very quick about these things.
He is. That's true. We had Devin's bonus up in Massive Advantage for mere mortals in mere seconds. I had it up that very night.
Dude,
all right. Well, let me let Justin, Robert, and Devin have the final word. Brad already had to run, so it's just the three of them. We'll give them the final word, and then we will wrap things up and get this replay up and out.
Cool.
Justin or Robert, did you guys have anything you want to say?
Honestly, kind of like Devin said, I'm humble too, because a lot of this stuff, a lot of the results we get, pretty much brings me back down to earth, because people get to come in and have these kind of phenomenal results. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you guys out on the inside, and not only on the inside, but at our live events and just kind of getting to hang out and do really awesome stuff together.
Oh, great.
Robert, anything you'd like to add? Sorry.
Yeah, looking forward to meeting all you guys in the group, in the mastermind group. Like seeing everybody's progress. Just be active in there so that we could see you and start building relationships, because that's what we like to do. We like to actually talk to people and know who people are. So I'm looking forward to meeting you. And if any of you are feeling, is this for me? Can I actually do this? Justin didn't say it and I didn't say it earlier, but we kind of have backgrounds that were for people that wouldn't really do this. So for me, I spent 11 years of my life. I'm going to be open with you. I spent about 11 years, or excuse me, between the ages of 11 and 27, so about 13 years. During that time, I spent incarcerated. And so, I have a horrible history. I never went to school really. I was out of school since the 7th grade. I got a GED in juvenile hall, and so I don't have a very powerful history. I didn't get a business degree or any of this. I learned this stuff on my own and built a simple system that works for a lot of people. And Justin, he didn't tell his story, but he was kicked out of college. And so, we have these stories that, are of people that you wouldn't likely see to succeed, and yet we did it. And so, I think that anybody can, and our results kind of prove that.
Yeah, I want to show you guys something too about that. So Robert went from someone who was an ex-con, had nothing, and now he is basically one of the biggest names in the Shopify industry. You can see Tim Ferriss here just absolutely loved his story. Everyone loved it. How an ex-con turned his life around and built an $80,000 per month e-commerce business on Shopify. It's really amazing stuff. And if we click over to the blog post about it too, it's just absurdly popular. People love it. And guys, my closing words really comes down to this. If you do buy our course, if you're doing any of this, please take action. We really want to see you succeed. We don't want to see you buy this and do nothing with it. I know $297 isn't that expensive compared to some other courses out there. However, it's still a decent investment. And really, if you are going to do this, please pull the trigger, take action, go through the members area, go through all of it, stay focused, and just do it. That's how you're going to get your results. We have the best Shopify course on the market by far. And if this is something you want to do, go through the course, please, and actually implement and do it. Don't let the investment go to waste, because this is a great investment. Everything you're getting here is absolutely amazing. Mike's providing you some great stuff. We're providing you some great stuff. So please, don't let it go to waste.
Yeah, we've really thrown down for you on this event, and even the guys here, a little bit opened up about their past and some of the troubles that they've run into and some of the places where they're at. These are real people. Obviously, this is kind of Robert and Justin's first introduction to OMG, but that certainly about to find out.
I'll bring them around.
Extraordinary members. Yeah, and we have such extraordinary members. And, it's really going to put things on steroids in your members area to have these people. Somebody was asking me earlier, what's Brad's bonus? Brad basically, Brad Mabry has a kind of like a nuke level SEO bonus that you just can't live without if you're going to be doing this e-commerce stuff. And it's a little bit unfair that we're doing it this way. I know that everybody who's buying the course wishes they had it, but that sometimes you just get a better deal for being an OMGer, and then that's that. And I can't just sit around apologizing for the rest of my life for all the people that aren't OMGers. It is the OMG way. So anyways, I really want to thank you guys for coming on. I know that this is going to be an extraordinary success. I'm just updated the website, omgmachines.com/zcom has got the first replay on it. As soon as this is done, I'm going to process it and get it up and out, and I will be blasting about this. You're going to hear from me about this at least a few times in the next 24 hours. I want everybody to jump on this. This is going to be exciting. These guys are now getting involved in OMG. Obviously Devin's been involved from the very beginning, so this is a long-standing thing. We're planning on working together and just helping you guys have a lot of success. Liz was just at the basic level. Liz just looked at this and just said, "Well, this is just a no-brainer." Nobody's doing this. Nobody's doing this, and it just works so perfectly with everything you're getting inside of OMG. Plus, you get the nuke bonus from Brad, and we get the blueprint from Devin. So that's how we do it around here. how we
Yeah,
do it.
and something you actually just touched on, I want to expand upon that more, is how easy and simple this is to do right now. So people always think back, I wish I got into Facebook ads back when they allowed all these dating and CPA offers. Oh man, I wish I did SEO back in 1999 when it was so simple. Oh man, I wish I got into AdWords in the early 2000s when the profits were ridiculous. Don't be that person in like 4 years who thought, oh man, I wish I got started with Shopify back when it was so easy and unsaturated. Because that's what's going to happen. And the first time we sold this course, which was actually a few months ago, we basically just opened it up again, and we scheduled with Mike, and we got all these things set up just so you guys can get in. But the first time we sold it a few months ago, nobody had any clue what Shopify was. And I told everyone, beware for the shitstorm that's about to happen, because all you're going to hear about is Shopify after we bring this to market, because everyone's going to see how absurdly easy it is. And sure enough, all these people got success with our course, and now they're creating their own Shopify products, and it's all anyone seems to be talking about. So I don't want you to, be in that looking back phase where you're just like, man, I wish I did it. I wish, I listened to Mike. I wish I got Brad Sweet bonuses. I wish I did all that. You don't want that to happen.
Great. All right, I want to thank everybody for jumping on this event. It was an absolute win-win-win. Obviously, Devin, Justin, and Robert have worked, incredibly hard. You saw, just how thorough and amazing their members area is. How passionate they are about this project, how happy their members are, and again, this is built by an OMG or for OMGers. It's such a great situation. The bonus is nuke level. So this is great. I did have a question. Somebody said, do I need this if I'm on Amazon? Liz says, absolutely, positively, yes. You need this
Here, and
if you are on Amazon. Yep, go ahead.
I'd love to touch on that a little bit. So guys, it doesn't matter what you sell on. So here's the thing. Shopify is a CMS. It's just a content management system, right? All it does is allow you to build a store. Everything we teach in here will work exactly the same for Amazon. Although we do go into some of the sections will be useless, like Shopify setup and stuff like that, obviously. However, everything, all the theory, all the ads training, all the targeting stuff that allows you to get these profitable buyers into your store work perfectly fine with Amazon. In theory, it's all the same. The only difference is you're going to be, some of the things won't be able to be used by you, such as our themes. You won't be able to use, actually, I'm unsure, Robert, the fulfillment center, how does that work? Do you guys do any Amazon support, or is it just Shopify?
Oops, myself was muted. Sorry. We're beginning to get into that because we do our own Amazon fulfillment, and we have store owners that are asking us about that. We haven't actually implemented a whole lot of it. We're still working out in the details on it. So if anybody is interested, we are definitely willing to take you on and figure out how to best meet those needs. So we haven't perfected it. We're doing it ourselves. We have it down really well, but we want to offer that more to our store owners as well.
Yeah, well, and the point is anybody, again, with Amazon, like, there's just no reason not to do this. I mean, you have product anyway.
5x, 10x your income instead of just relying on search.
Yeah,
The thing is, this is traffic on demand. You don't know if you're ever going to rank and do all that stuff. Why not just get the traffic literally on demand later that day?
And there's going to be some solutions. I'm not going to talk about them right now because that's not what this is about. But we are actually bringing out some solutions that are Amazon Shopify integrations, and one of them really helps in bringing customers right on over to Shopify so that you're collecting the data on them, and you can do more stuff and make more money off of it. So there's a lot of reasons to be on both.
Yeah, and this is kind of where things are going, guys. And like I said, but something else again, if you're interested in cotton grammar style SEO client consulting, you just never know when there's a $10,000 a month paycheck just sitting there waiting next door, for you to pick up.
What's really cool about that as well, now that you mentioned that, is you guys are doing all these SEO clients and stuff, and if you are doing any SEO for these brick and mortar stores that are selling stuff, and they don't have an online store, so let's say you went to the local pool supplier and they wanted to be Pool Supplies Clearwater, maybe, and they have all these products, but they don't have a store for some reason online, you could just literally charge them a few $1,000s to set up their store and optimize it for them. There's the possibilities are endless. If you don't want to sell your own goods.
OMGers are doing this right and left, and also every Amazon seller out there wants a Shopify store. So you've got, how many listings on Amazon, and what percentage of them have corresponding Shopify stores? Like 1%. You know, I mean, there's just such a sea of opportunity. Again, I'm not trying to like overly jump up and down about this, but I'll tell you this: SEO client consulting merged with Amazon and e-commerce. We're just getting more and more and more earnings reports from it because I track these things. Most recently, I was talking to Derek Avello, and he really just went from struggling. I mean, he just was able to just quit his day job doing this. Just one client was enough. And I was talking to Jack Harvell about it. Jack has got 30,000 units between him and his clients locked and loaded for Christmas. It's gonna be a green Christmas for Jack. So yeah, I mean, this is where it's going. I mean, it's this kind of smart integration. It's done accurately. It's done with caring. It's done with the right people, the right mix at the right time, and you really wind up with a great recipe. And that's what we're bringing you today. It's very exciting.
All right.
Well, I'm checking the question box. I think that most questions have been answered. If you have further questions, you can email me at omg@omgmachines.com. Just want to thank the guys once again. They came on, they poured their hearts out and shared some incredible stuff. We already have a lot of folks that have joined. If you have questions on getting the bonus or if you're ready to send in your seat to me, you'll email me at omg@omgmachines.com. I'll be meeting with Brad Mabry on Friday to start getting those bonuses rolled out to you. He's just traveling for the one day, and then I'll be with him the day after that. Guys, I want to thank you for this event. We had a great time, and we're looking forward to joining forces with you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Michael. I really appreciate it. We don't get to hang out enough, man. And I'm really upset that I'm not going to be at OMG Live. I know we missed last year because Wyatt and I went to the event in Mexico to see Grant Cardone, but I'm going to make it next year or like 3 years from now. One of these years, But,
we'd love to have you.
I'll definitely come down to Miami and hang out soon. I'm actually thinking about moving down there. But yeah, thank you so much for having me, guys. And to everyone in the audience, thank you so much for giving us the time. I know that some of you are probably around the world, and it's like 4 a.m. there, so it means a lot to me that you came to watch. I just really appreciate it. It's a very humbling experience every time, like I said. So
yeah,
Michael,
with the webinar crash. Yeah, the all-time the webinar crash event where we wound up with more people on after the crash than before. So one of those wacky things. All right, guys, thanks so much. God bless you, and everyone who's jumping in with me and with Liz and with Brad into this project. Look forward to seeing you guys side by side in there, and we'll see you on the inside. And remember, just a little bit over 24 hours. So there's going to be a lot of excitement. But remember, we set you up for it. In a good way where we built out a whole win-win-win situation. And we have this great bonus from Brad, the additional great bonus from Devin, and I think everyone's going to love it. All right, God bless you guys, and have a good night. I'm going to end the webinar now.
All right, later.
All right, see you, Mike. Goodbye, everybody.